button blue. Sub if you new. Hey, what it do? Make the like button blue. Sub if you new.
Hello, salutations, what it do? It's Sadot The Gamer, off how Durag and no vibes, like, subscribe, let's get it. Welcome, Durag Nation, to what is, in all likelihood, my final live stream for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. It's been a long journey this past 365 days. Even more, because we've been covering Suicide Squad on the channel since that first trailer. Seems like a lifetime ago. But all good things must come to an end. And not as good things, mediocre things, disappointing things, they tend to come to an end a little bit faster. So Suicide Squad made it all 4 seasons that they promised. They didn't cut short like the Avengers game. So we're gonna get the final conclusion, hopefully a satisfying one, to the post-launch story. We're gonna be playing through it today as Deathstroke, of course, the most overpowered character in the entire game. So it shouldn't be too much of a problem. How you doing, chat? We're live on YouTube and Twitch. So you know what to do. Make that like button blue. Subscribe if you're new. All that good stuff. What's up, Travis, Lucky Way, JW, No Cap. What's up, Z? What's up, Arc Knight? Alright, so funny enough, Suicide Squad has probably gotten the biggest influx of players the last month or so since launch, due to a combination of not only Deathstroke coming to the game, but it had a big sale during like Black Friday, so they were practically giving the game away. It's also currently free on PlayStation Plus. If anyone wants to, if anyone still hasn't played it, is interested, and you can just download it now on PlayStation Plus and try it for yourself instead of letting content creators decide for you. So the patch, just downloaded it before I went live. I think maintenance is over. So let's jump in and see what they're talking about. I'll start recording just in case we get the motion comic to start things off. Which I'm assuming there will be. I'm not expecting elaborate cutscenes. I think it's just going to be a motion comic like they've been doing to tie the story together. We last left off, Deathstroke had just taken out Brainiac, saving us the trouble of having the boss fight. And now they're reunited and trying to do their thing. Here we go.
Turns out a dose of chivalry was good for me. Reminded me who I really was. Also gave me a chance to really appreciate the way of the
There's Deathstroke in the medieval universe.
But damn, I missed guns. Until they arrived. Now I have to take this gang of murderers and maniacs and get ready to finish what I started. Brainiac's running out of clones, and the eggheads think something's nipping at his heels. Works for me. If it doesn't catch up to him, we will. Now it's time to cut off that last head. And when this is all over, my agreement with Amanda is done. And all I gotta do is figure out what comes next. Maybe I'll hang up my swords. Spend some time at one of those retreats.
Imagine Deathstroke retiring.
Who am I kidding?
No way.
Men like me don't retire. I'm a goddamn killing machine.
That's right, you are. Season of Deathstroke, Episode 8, Balance. Deathstroke is ready to terminate his contract with Waller, but first he needs to help the squad finish off Brainiac. Complete missions to increase your balance rank and unlock powerful gear and rank rewards. Brainiac continues to phase in patrols and strongholds from the Middle Earth Elseworld. Complete missions, overcome regular challenges, unlock audio logs from Metropolis, increase your balance rank. They got the Libra's Infamy set. Striking balance between the cost and benefits of each tier, as well as finding new ways to apply and leverage the scales of Libra status effect. Some tiers are easier to trigger but have fewer benefits, whereas others are more complex but more flexible. Additional balance bonuses are also available. Got some more medieval incursions. And yeah, it's usual thing. Complete the missions, increase your rank, and do your thing. And of course, they still haven't fixed this bug. So we have to go back in. They took all your stuff away. Avengers was good in some ways. The character designs, obviously, not the best, and ultimately, they couldn't find like the right balance with the post-launch support. After a while, I do think the first few story DLCs were good. Can't wait to hear Kevin Conroy as Batman. All right, let's jump in. Finally got a new game monitor, by the way. For some of you who were at my my last Marvel Rivals stream, you know why me buying a game monitor was very necessary.
Task Force X, we're starting the final push against Brainiac. The POTUS has asked me to take full oversight of this military.
All right, we didn't even finish the battle pass yet, but I haven't been grinding as much in my off time. Oh, what's up, Mikey? You got over it. How do you check points? I have no idea how to check channel points on Twitch. I barely pay attention over there. Let me see if there's anything interesting in the store. This time around. Just have a sale. 70 and 50% off. But doesn't look like any new skins, so let's check out the missions we gotta do. All right. We'll try them out. We gotta hit rank 10. Okay, it's not as bad. Rank 10 ain't bad at all. It's way better than 35.
Brainiac is redirecting some of his toughest ground troops to this world.
I haven't even looked at the new Libra gear. Playing right now as we speak. Nice, nice.
Barely scratching the surface.
Deathstroke at King Shark. Honestly, I just been playing. I usually would play with just the new characters. I started out maining Boomerang. I tried all the characters. I leaned towards Boomerang. Then when Joker came out, Joker was just so much better than everyone that I just played the Joker pretty much. I tried out the new characters. I didn't really like Mrs. Freeze. Lawless was kind of fun to play, but I ended up leaning towards Joker again. But Deathstroke, I'm all about Deathstroke. Deathstroke is insane. You're gonna miss this game? It just sucks. How do you check talent points? The menu. You pause the game and check the menu.
Don't forget your weapons. I won't be sharing mine.
Just do a Harley Quinn grenade build and cut through the missions. Honestly, just make a Deathstroke. Just make a even like 100 times better than that. Just make a Deathstroke reverse flash build and cut through all the content.
I'll find you some good stuff.
A Deathstroke reverse flash build is literally a cheat code in this game.
You'll soon wish you never left.
Coming up on the mission zone now.
I don't even think I've played Harley
Time to watch
since like the first month of the game. Yay, Green Lantern enemies. Ignore them. All right, 125. Pretty simple elimination mission.
Success is the fruit of failure.
Well, they added the usual stuff. Motion comic, new incursion missions, new gear, new boss fight. Though this is supposed to be the last one, the last Brainiac.
Target acquired.
Are there any new updates on Spider-Man 2? None at all.
Put an end to it.
Except for the PC port. But I do have a video dropping after the stream is over about some new updates about Spider-Man 3. But always drop by, check out the channel to see what's the latest going on, because I will have probably made a video about it, or we'll be in the process of doing it when it comes to the superhero stuff. Where are the other ones? There you are. Another Green Lantern.
Got some torque to it. Not my best work.
Feels like a special occasion.
Go back to freezing.
Switching target.
There's 71 enemies left.
Watch and you might learn something.
Bombs away.
explode above him.
I own up to my mistake.
Got some snipers up here. I love how with this skill for depth scope, you can just shoot directly through armor. Being able to just ignore armor is crazy. And makes speed running through this a lot easier. And you get infinite ammo. They just went crazy with Deathstroke. Better gameplay than Rivals is funny.
All surviving units. The enhanced assassin is obviously deadly.
No, the Rivals is crazy. I've been playing like nothing but Marvel Rivals. I still have games to get through on my backlog, but Marvel Rivals has been taking all my attention.
Just call me the hero.
Not how this is supposed to go.
You know, I didn't
All right, that was the last one.
strategizing these ops to rile up Brainiac. I've been going with my gut feeling.
What's up, Capte?
They never see me coming.
Just got back to gold this morning. I was solo queuing last night.
No matter
I decided to play a little bit while I was watching King Greek
and I will
try to grind with a 6 stack. He didn't make any progress, unfortunately, but I got from gold 1 to plat 3. Playing a few hours, but it was so annoying, bro. The players in especially when you're solo killing seems even worse, but the randoms in this game are so bad. Like like not only just like it's one thing to be bad at the game, but also be toxic is crazy. That's why I honestly prefer games like Marvel's Avengers, Suicide Squad, Insomniac Spider-Man games and stuff like that. Helldivers. I like and I hate PvP games. Like that's why I like when PvP games have the option of like a PvE experience. Like NBA 2K, probably the most toxic community in gaming. But if you're when you're tired of playing with those idiots, you can just play my career. You know, just run some games. You know, it's cool. But there's no like PvE story option in Rivals. That's the only downside. But the games are so fun. All right, we got some new gear. Taliago's Frozen Lazarus tier. Taking fatal damage now brings you back to 100% health and shield. You then deal 500% more damage for 10 seconds. What's the downside? If you don't manage to kill an enemy within 10 seconds, you lose 99% of your health and become frozen. This effect can only happen once every 180 seconds. But each enemy killed reduces the cooldown by 10 seconds. Oh, so there's literally no drawback. Okay. All right. I might throw that on. Not that probably won't need it, but it's good. All right, so this is the tier 3 of the Libra. Each stack of Scales Libra an enemy has makes that enemy take 50% more damage, but also deal 50% more damage. So it's basically crazy. Okay. Scales of Libra last for 30 seconds and can stack up to 10 times. One bonus, while your shield is below 50%, your damage dealt is increased by 10% for every percent of shield missing. While your shield is above 50%, your damage reduction is increased by 1% for every percent of shield you have above 50. Bonus, critical hits apply a stack of scales of Libra to enemies while your shield is below 50. Tier 2-piece bonus, killing enemy gives you a stack of balance. Each stack of balance increases your damage dealt by 100%. Your damage taken by 50%. Shield harvest chance increased by 50% while your shield is below 50. Traverse stacks add 2 stacks of balance. Suicide strike hits add 10 stacks. Enemies with scales Libra add twice as many stacks of balance. Bonus, kills regenerate 5% resource and traversal resource. Honestly, this sounds ass. I'm never using this. Alright, so I'm never using the tier 3 set.
Well, I do love a challenge, Mr. Wilson. Let's see.
Why do I have so many points available? They reset. They reset this tree. All right, let me just put up the damage reduction then. Don't need that. Only here for Batman. Fair enough. Honestly, I really hope WB moves away from Batman. Like, for sure, still make Batman games, but please, please make games for other characters. I'm begging you. I beg you, Warner Brothers. Please. Make games for other DC characters. You have so many. And they're really good. Let's increase our damage a little more. Why not? Assault rifle damage. Throw that up. Health, shield. Oh, actually. Just go up even more. Let's get this up even higher. Alright, 15% damage reduction. And it's infinite.
Who doesn't want to drink at noon?
Who doesn't want to drink at noon? That's crazy.
You're attacking a staging ground for League-infused troops. Expect every mass-produced...
If Wonder Woman game flops, we get another Batman, bro. If Wonder Woman flops, and the game's not bad, I'll lose all faith in DC video game fans.
Tastes too good sometimes, squad. Let's knock out this drone.
if it's bad, then whatever. Like, we saw the signs. It is what it is. But if it's good and people just don't support the game, then yeah.
Y'all got a gift for that, don't you?
L fan base. Why am I torturing myself? Seems like the only people who are torturing themselves are the one who act like this is the worst game ever made. But they're in every stream that covers this game. They're in every comment section that's talking about this game. They're watching every video talking about the game. It's weird. People like me are having a great time. We're just enjoying ourselves and chilling. All the culture war types and the people who act like this game personally like shot their dog, they're the ones that seem tortured. Everyone else that actually played the game seems chill. You ever notice that? We're all just chill, having a good time. But the people who like hate the game, who didn't play it, are like so mad all the time. You're not going to complain about seeing Cheeks in the game. Yeah, that's crazy. You want to see Cheeks just play Marvel Rivals.
He's about to blow.
I mean, Wonder Woman is hot, but I think she's an awesome character. And playing an open world game where I get to use Wonder Woman's powers and fight against her ops is like awesome to me.
Explosion incoming.
Potentially seeing Cersei and Cheetah.
This is my Christmas.
That sounds like a lot of fun to me. Exploring Themyscira. Any news on 1943? Not big. A little bit of news, not big news. I'm working on like a 2025 and beyond video for superhero games. So I'll include updates for 1943 on there.
Oh, right on target.
I'm gonna try to piece together anything new that happened and just cover all the confirmed superhero games we got so far. Like 24 left. Let anybody win.
Put everything on the line.
Yeah. The Marvel Rival content pipeline is crazy. You know what's weird, and it's crazy. It just kind of just shows you how ungrateful people are. Marvel Rivals not only is obviously an amazing game, but the launch roster was 33 characters, all free, all immediately available.
There's no need to try so hard, Wilson. I need no convincing of your utility.
Then they announce a month later, after the game launches, literally a month later, by the way, we're adding the entire Fantastic Four in season 1. We're spacing and we're dropping new seasons every 3 months, but we're going to break them up into parts.
You
So going forward, you maybe can expect 2 characters per season, but this one
Need to tell you to stop him.
we're doing 4 characters, and people had the audacity to complain and say that's too long. Like, are you out of your mind?
Facility's active. Better load up if you want to keep up.
A new character every month and a half, a fully realized character, completely original, lore, design, skins, in-depth combat kit, every 1.5 months is too long. You're crazy. You're crazy, you're spoiled, and you have no appreciation for game development. Like, that's outrageous to me. Like, people really need to gamers just really need to just be more grateful. They need to be practicing being more grateful.
That's gonna put it in Brainiac's Vanguard. Who'd have thought you'd become
Most games only get one at most a season. Bro, they've added more characters in the last month than Overwatch has added in like 2 years, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
Under no circumstances shall the Earthlings escape. Hunt them down.
I think every 3 months is a great cadence, especially if you're adding more than one character. It's not like they just even one character every 3 months is good. But they're doing a minimum of 2. Like, that's so crazy. That's so much content. Oh yeah, there's literally no point in arguing with anyone who doesn't like Rivals, like, because it's completely irrelevant. Like, Rivals is such a massive game. Rivals is at the level of popularity where any criticism, like saying the game's bad or whatever, is like so completely irrelevant. Like, literally no one cares. like once they pass 20 million players in 2 weeks, it's like, oh, this is just a phenomenon. Okay. I could tell you, Fortnite players do not care if you don't like Fortnite. When a game reaches like such an insane scale, it's like, we don't care. Like, you're clearly missing out on something, but that's fine if you want to do that. Clearly, an insane amount of people are having fun. Like, if you don't want to be one of them, that's perfectly okay. What's this? Traversal attack hits give you a stack of ignore pain. Each time an enemy damages you, the damage is reduced by 75%, and you lose 1 stack of ignore pain, and it can stack up to 20 times. What kind of mod is this? Traversal attack mod? Oh, okay, well, that's just broken. Replace my shield mod. Why'd they turn that off? Well, could be worse. What was I using it for? Was I using this one? Spatial awareness? I think I was using spatial awareness. There's at least one enemy within 15 meters. You gain 50% damage reduction. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I think that was on. So that's just insane. That's just an insane mod. Do I need the 2 Steel Force pieces? Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Avengers isn't as bad to play, it's just not as good as it should have been. That's pretty much it. Suicide Squad is definitely not better than Rivals. I would have loved. Suicide Squad had great potential. It's not even close to a better product than Rivals.
Expect heavy airborne enemy presence in this incursion, Task Force X. I want to see them all crashed and burned.
The only thing I like about Suicide Squad more is that just the type of game it is. I like that it's a PvE story-driven game, but that's where it ends. You missed the intro motion comic.
You better make it out alive. I sure as hell won't be scooping you up on the other side.
Task Force X. How convenient.
You don't like hero shooters, but you know when something delivers something special. I mean, clearly you don't, because Marvel Rivals obviously delivered something special. That's why it's so popular.
Found our next objective.
It sounds like you hated Overwatch and then just never bothered to play Marvel Rivals in any like serious way,
Choosing to die here, Earthling.
which is fine. There are plenty of people who like close themselves off from games based on preconceived notions, but let's not pretend like you did some like thorough analysis of Marvel Rivals and came to the conclusion that it's a bad game. No, you hate Overwatch. You think Marvel Rivals is basically Overwatch, so you just miss Marvel Rivals. Like, I get it. A lot of people, not that many, you know, because of how popular this game is, but yeah, a decent amount of people. Some people, you know, it was like, yep, I'm just writing this game off. You don't even hate Overwatch. Even worse, you're talking like someone who either hates Overwatch or actually likes Overwatch, and you're mad that so many people are dumping on Overwatch in favor of Marvel Rivals. But Marvel Rivals is objectively a really good game. Like, that's not even like a matter of opinion. It's just a matter of fact. It is a good video game. It's not a video game that's going to appeal to everyone, because everyone doesn't like PvE. I mean PvP. Everyone doesn't like the sort of game experience that it's offering. But it's objectively a good game. Like, that's not even a debate. A game doesn't reach that level of popularity and universal praise from all across the industry and fandoms unless it's good.
Barely scratched.
I 100% think that ET only plays Overwatch and Call of Duty.
Deathstroke's getting fragged.
I think they're just trying to. I think they're just yapping right now. I bet if you looked at their Steam, I bet if you looked at their game account and saw what they played, you would not be impressed. I'm 100. I bet you were a top rank Overwatch player, and you're just mad, and you saw Marvel Rivals and just start seething. I bet you're a sweaty COD player. I bet you play. I bet there is a generous helping of slop on your on your Steam. I bet there's Apex Legends. I bet there's COD. I bet all of the popular slop is on your account.
Let the bodies keep on stacking.
And that's okay.
Not a bad way to get around.
Like, it'd be one thing to be talking like that
You want to trade a life sentence for a death sentence?
if this was someone who was like, okay, oh, I only play like Path of Exile, Baldur's Gate 3, elite indie games like Satisfactory or whatever. Like if you were like an elitist, I'd be like, okay, that's fine. Like, you do you. But I guarantee you, there's nothing but slop on your account. I guarantee it. I guarantee you are a slop enjoyer.
This target's good enough for Sadie. It's good enough for me.
Warriors, take heed.
Oh, you're even dismissing Baldur's Gate 3? Yeah, you're definitely a slop enjoyer.
Partners, I'm picking up.
You don't like it, but you think it's objectively good. I think you're an actual certified slop enjoyer. I think you're a certified slopper. That's why Rivals triggers you.
Deathstroke is on the offensive.
We need,
All units use.
because Baldur's Gate 3, I don't like turn-based games generally. I will play them if it's good enough. Baldur's Gate 3 is a great game. The combat isn't my taste, but everything else is exceptional.
On the old steel highway.
Things are different. I'd be proud to see
I'm the actual person who plays
but we all
pretty much everything.
crack wise.
I have my preferences, but I will play anything ultimately if I have time that I think might be decent
Everything of yours.
or interesting.
My words, Earthlings.
Who wants summer digger? Oh, all of you.
And we're in. Which is better, Marvel's Avengers or Suicide Squad? Marvel's Avengers is definitely better than Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad has some things it does better. Mainly like the open world mechanics and the traversal. But I think Marvel's Avengers has obviously
I like what I'm
way better and a better variety of cosmetics. I think the story and the story DLC is better. And the most important thing, the combat and the hero design of the individual combat kits is just infinitely better. It's more refined as a pure looter shooter. But is overall, I think, not a better game. So this is a tier 1. Yeah, I think this set is actually just dog water. I don't see myself using any of this. But maybe. We do have this this insane traversal piece. So maybe I'll just use that to mitigate, to just cancel out the damage negation effects. To cancel out the damage effects. Yeah, I think if you I think you combine Vandal, Savage, Ignore Pain with the Libra set, you can pretty much cancel the damage reduction, the damage costs of it. So we're almost there. I think On the Rocks is the next one.
By long range overwatch. They're adapting. Show them it's too little, too late.
Yeah, when it comes to PvP games, I was mainly playing like multiverses before that game became bad. I would play a little Demon Slayer. I used to love the Naruto Storm games. I like Street Fighter 6. But usually I would play NBA 2K every year, but I think I'm retiring from NBA 2K after this year. Because NBA 2K25 was just so bad that it's actually just driven me out of it altogether. Any news about the Wolverine game? Nope. They should have made Versa Infinite in Yamaha mode. Yeah, I think that's the one downside. Like, Marvel's Avengers had very limited traversal because of the limitations of the game engine, because they chose the wrong game engine, so it felt more restrictive. But your Suicide Squad has great traversals, but they hamstring it by adding all these cooldown mechanics. If possible, I think they should just take them off, especially because like it's not really a problem for Deathstroke, but for pretty much for most of the characters, like it really makes their traversal like more lackluster, especially Boomerang. Like the idea of him being a speedster was really cool, and then when you actually try it, it's like, oh, it's actually not nearly as good as it could be because of all the limitations on cooldowns. And Marvel's Avengers even reduced some of the cooldown stuff. So like you could fly around with the Iron Man boosting like as much as you want. It's really fun. You know, the map is just limited. And you have the flight ceiling. There was just so much potential with the traversal, the character movement, the character choices and designs, and I just can't believe they went in this direction when there were just so many better ones they could have went. I don't know what Jamie and Septon were thinking. Where are the enemies? Stop hiding. Stop hiding so I can kill you. Yeah, the difference is like if I don't like a game personally, like if I think a game is not my taste, I'd be like, okay. I could judge the game like objectively, like, okay, it's not my type of game, but I think objectively speaking, it's really good. Like, I don't like the combat in Baldur's Gate 3. It's not my taste. Objectively, it is well designed. And people who enjoy that type of combat will love it. And they do love it.
The perfect performance.
Me personally, though, I don't like it.
Fluid like water.
4 enemies left.
Whoa.
These invisible Batman enemies.
Outpacing my own bullets. Not gonna happen again.
Let's throw some grenades down.
This is my house.
Oh, I think he's dead. Won't let me hit him anymore. Yep, we got him.
Hell, I barely even think of these as suicide missions anymore.
All right, that's the last one.
Got some torque to it.
So mission's pretty much the same from what we can expect.
While there's still an Earth on the other side.
Bad games sell all the time. That's not true.
Enemies incoming.
Bad games do not sell. Average games, in terms of quality expectations, can sell if they have something like extraordinary about them or something that drives people. But if we're talking about like actual top sales, like, no, like, bad games don't sell unless there's something external, something else that's contributing to it. That's just objectively not true. Like NBA 2K5, NBA 2K25, I think is a bad game by 2K standards. But it's the best basketball game in the world. Unfortunately, because there was no other simulation basketball game, because the 2K series was so good that it destroyed all the competition. So now 2K is competing with itself every year. And because of that, they've been lackluster and dialing it back. Now, I think this is the worst. I think 2K25 is the worst 2K they put out in recent years. But if you put it up against old basketball games, it's still better for the most part. But it sells because it's the only simulation basketball game. But an actual bad game like Gollum didn't sell. Like, they don't sell. Like, it just doesn't happen. Like, truly bad games flop. Like, it literally happens all the time. What actual bad game sold? Like, I'm so curious about this. What legitimately bad games have been selling?
Come gather round the old saloon. Who doesn't want to drink at noon?
We've picked up one of the toughest brute squads that
What's up, Milcat?
fielded to date. You're on
Yeah,
giant
Call of Duty. If we're using Call of Duty objectively is not a bad game. It's objectively one of the best shooters of all time. Like, it's not even a debate. You can say, oh, you hate some of the practices that they have with, you know, the monetization or whatever, or you don't think they're innovating enough. Call of Duty mechanically is a great game, and the last one, people were literally saying how much they thought the campaign was great as well. So you can't even use it as an example. Call of Duty sells every year because they have a huge established audience, and because the games are good every year. Call of Duty is disappointing when they give people less than they're expecting. Not because the games are bad. The games are objectively, I don't play Call of Duty. I'm not interested in Call of Duty, but I know it's I could see it's objectively a very well-made game. Like, I would never sit here and argue Call of Duty is just a terrible game, because that's just a lie. It's not.
I'll admit, invading this world could turn the spark to finding a home for new Kolu. It's invigorating.
Like Modern Warfare, you can not like it. It's objectively not a bad game. Like, if you think it's a bad game, you just don't know what you're talking about. We need a Riddler. I'm so Arkham has made me hate the Riddler. I used to like the Riddler. I hate the Riddler because of Arkham. I never want to see another Riddler trophy or Riddler challenge ever again. I never want to see Joker in another video game. A Riddler in another video game. I'm tired. Give Joker a break too. Let's get some other DC villains and heroes in the mix.
The facility's been activated. Move in.
I don't want anything to do with the Riddler anymore. I've not done a single Riddler challenge in this game since I got it. Not even by accident. I refuse to engage.
You ain't seen nothing. Understood, Harkness. Moving on your target. No slowing me down.
Oh, no, you don't. Riddler's useless 100%.
Put everything on the line.
Wait for... well, this year's gonna be crazy. I'm definitely looking forward to GTA 6. But there are so many games I want to play this year. Rise of Hydra. Ghost of Yote.
He's gonna blow.
Crimson Desert. Monster Hunter Wilds. Assassin's Creed Shadows. Like, I'm interested in Borderlands 4, Mafia. There's so much coming out this year.
My original threat assessment, Deathstroke.
Who's this goofy running around?
Explosion incoming. I put some spin on it.
Mafia, worry about. I'm not worried. I wouldn't worry about Mafia. I never worry about those games. So the servers are offline for you. I mean, you should be able to play, but I've been playing for the last, hour with no problems.
Pursue those earthlings. Do not let them phase back to their world and regroup.
No, this update is not a new season. This update is part 2 of season 4.
More enemies inbound.
What's up, 2 Super? How does it work? It works like all the other episodes. There's really nothing unique here about this particular episode. They're all the same, especially this one. If you played Suicide Squad episode 7 when they added Deathstroke, this is the exact same thing, except they're not adding a new character, and you only have to reach season rank 10 instead of, I think it was like 35 last time to get Deathstroke. You only have to get like 10.
This job has perks, and this is one of them.
To unlock the new Brainiac fight. It's all the same. It's all pretty straightforward.
Ready to push the boundaries of optimization.
You did a really Arkhamverse for boss fight. This game you just don't care anymore. Because there's like there's really no benefit to doing any like the Riddler stuff. All right, so we're at 7. So let's do killing time.
To be frank, I didn't expect you to be so...
Because I wanted to try out all the new incursions just to get some of the new gear, see if it's interesting. So now we'll just do killing time to rank up the last little bit that we need. And then we'll fight the last Brainiac.
Turning into a regular search and rescue crew.
And be on our way. And after the stream, I also have a new video dropping for all you Insomniac Spider-Man fans.
Outpacing my own bullets. Objective area in sight.
Okay. Time for some killing time. I'm making it available right now for the members.
I won't be sharing mine.
So any channel members, you can watch it early.
All a matter of risk. Better reward. Huh. No boundaries and reinforcement works real well on kids.
What? Rose tweaking. What the heck?
You take such glee in the slaughter, Wilson. I do admire that. Physics, nature, laws.
What was bro doing?
I assure you.
All right, I don't think we can make that leap.
My stride.
Let's reset the traversal. Switch fits. Don't like the Christmas one. Let's go mask down. Get crazy.
I made some modifications to Task Force X.
A money grab. You would be wrong. Money grab is another term I see gamers throw around, and they use it wrong like 90% of the time. Like I've seen a lot of people describe Suicide Squad as a money grab, and that is objectively not true in any way, shape, or form.
I'll have to get inventive.
If Suicide Squad was an actual money grab, it would have made a lot more money.
I'm an airborne assault. Gotta roll.
I'm saying in general, I see a lot of people throw around money grab, and it's typically not true.
Welcome to my sandbox, Task Force X. It's where you'll be buried.
It's almost always used incorrectly to describe video games.
Slowing me down.
What game were you specifically calling a money grab?
Keeping the high ground.
You rather play Marvel Spider-Man 2 and Suicide Squad? Even I've actually played way more Suicide Squad, but that's because I like looter shooters. But I prefer games like Spider-Man 2. But Suicide Squad is kind of in the same boat. Like, it kind of tried to straddle between it. You know, it added the multiplayer, but it's still like a story-driven game, which I prefer from my superhero games. But I do like the option of playing with friends. They never actually say. Yeah, I've also seen like some really weird comments, like people saying that, "Oh, I'm mad. Like Insomniac lied to us." Like for some reason, I've had like a weird number of people say that Insomniac scammed them because they bought the deluxe edition and they didn't get DLC. I'm like, bro, that's not what the deluxe edition was for. Like, I remember I covered the game. I covered every aspect of Spider-Man 2. They have never said that they were releasing story DLC. The deluxe edition was specifically for new skin, like these exclusive skins, and you get certain gear early, and some extra, and you get to start with more skill points. It's so weird how people on the internet just take something and just run with it. That's like not true at all. Yeah, I was disappointed ultimately that they didn't release the story DLC last year. I was more so disappointed that Insomniac didn't have time to give us the game that they wanted to give us. That was what I was most disappointed by. That they had a vision for the game, and they had to compromise that vision for the sake of getting it out. On the schedule that Sony wanted them to get it out on.
This world's what I make it, Earthlings. And I've made it to kill you.
Spider-Man fans are some of the worst you've seen. Yeah, 100%. Always, the amount of complaints I see from Spider-Man fans, especially Insomniac ones, about stuff that's not even like a thing is so crazy. Like, I feel like they're one of the only communities that will actively make up a reason to be mad like they will literally have nothing to complain about, so they'll just make something up. The entitlement is crazy.
He was feeling a little uninspired, so I revised it. Enjoy. Deploying one of our
I wanted more out of Spider-Man 2, but I still got a lot out of it, and I love my time on the game. You hope they don't make a Spider-Man 3? You're in a J-Shock Blast camp that thinks they don't deserve it? No, obviously they are. But I try to remind myself in those moments that when I think of the terrible Insomniac Spider-Man fans, the entitled ones, I think that yeah, they suck. But I wouldn't want the actual fans to suffer because of a minority of losers.
Not a bad way to get around.
Need a new Wolverine trailer for your sanity. I think 2025 is definitely the year for Wolverine, because honestly I thought it releasing in 2025 was like a long shot because of the hack. But 2025, definitely the year they start like seriously promoting it, because I do think it's coming in 2026. So I'm expecting an announcement for some kind of PlayStation event sooner rather than later. I mean, if you look at the last few years, Sony usually announces a state of play around the end of January. We start hearing about it. Last year, I think they literally had 2 state of plays in January. And yeah, with the Ghost of Yotei releasing this year, and Marvel's Wolverine probably releasing next year. Yeah, I think we're going to get a lot. We're going to get an actual showcase this year. Probably for the summer for the showcase. But yeah, because they got to show. They got it. Obviously, Death Stranding 2 is also supposed to come out this year. They got to promote that. They got to promote Marathon. They gotta promote Fair Games. There's gonna be a lot of PlayStation stuff they gotta promote this year. Alright, that should be enough to level up to 10, I think. I think Ghost of Yotei will be better. You guys say Ghost of Tsushima, you guys think I'm biased? I'm not an Assassin's Creed fan. I like the first one. I'm not a huge fan of the series. Ghost of Tsushima, on the other hand, is my favorite game of all time, and there's no scenario in which I will say I was going to think, even before seeing any footage, there was absolutely no scenario where if you told me, hey, they're making a new Assassin's Creed game, it's going to have ninjas and samurais, it's going to take place in Japan, and there's also going to be a follow-up to Ghost of Tsushima called Ghost of Yotei. If that's all the information I have, if that was all the information I had, I would tell you with full confidence the follow-up to Ghost of Tsushima is going to be better. I don't need to hear anything else. If you told me, if you just said Ubisoft do you think Ubisoft's next game or Sucker Punch's next game is going to be better, I would tell you Sucker Punch without any other information.
I like what I'm seeing.
Ghost of Yotei Discord is going to be insufferable. It was already insufferable. Like I'm so sick of these weirdos. Like, Jin's story is over. Like, get over it. It was very clearly over in the last game. Send you a taunt. Both are first going to be drawn to control. Yeah, well, I'm hoping those weirdos just get distracted by the new Naughty Dog game, because I think and I think that's ultimately what's going to happen, because Sucker Punch does such good work. I think Ghost of Yotei is going to be a masterpiece, and those grifters don't like being in a situation where they spend months making videos about a game being woke and terrible, only for that game to be really good and popular. Because they're grifters, so they're at least self-aware to know that it looks bad when they have to keep like hard pivoting because they're wrong. Like this happened with Space Marine 2. They found out one of the people working on the game was trans, and they saw that there was going to be every character in the game wasn't white, so they immediately started crashing out, saying, "Oh, it's going to be woke. It's going to be a disaster. Space Marine 2 is going to be trash," and all this other stuff. And then Space Marine 2 came out. It was an amazing game. People loved it. It made a ton of money. A lot of people played it, and they had to hard pivot and say, "Oh, actually, it's anti-woke." Yeah. Remember all those videos we made? Forget those. Space Marine 2 is actually anti-woke. Yeah.
We're not waiting for these destroyers to come to you. Go and break his siege breakers.
Like, it's so transparent. Always say, that's why I say always keep receipts. Always save your receipts. Do not let any of those grifters claim Space Marine 2, because they said it was going to be bad. They dogged that game. They doxed and harassed the devs. Do not let them get away with that. Do not let that scum get away with that. Expose them for what they are. They're going to try it with Ghost of Yotei. Ghost of Yotei is going to be a masterpiece, and then they're going to try to pivot away when the game is really popular. Now the new Naughty Dog game, that one has a higher percentage chance of not being good, because I don't know, the first trailer, I didn't think it was a very good trailer. And I don't think Naughty Dog is as good now that Amy Hennig is gone. Like, I think Amy Hennig was carrying them in terms of writing. Like, technically, Naughty Dog is great when it comes to graphics and world design and everything like that. But narratively, I don't think Neil Druckmann is very good. I think The Last of Us 1 was the peak. I thought The Last of Us 2 was the worst game I've ever played. The game is a masterpiece. It also has probably the worst story I've ever experienced.
Facilities active. Better load up if you want to keep them. Blink and you'll miss it. I
want to see some gameplay, because The problem with that trailer is that they gave you the vibe that, oh, this was like a bounty hunter. Oh, you're going to be exploring through space, you know, like Cowboy Bebop style. They were trying to channel that. Like, the character design, you know, was bad, but that, you know, that's whatever. A bounty hunter game sounds cool, but then you find out actually it's an open world game. It takes place on one planet and one planet only. And it's going to have horror elements. So the whole space adventure bounty hunter thing isn't even happening in the game. Like, you're not even doing that. You're just walking around the same planet trying to escape. And I'm like, I kind of wanted the Cowboy Bebop game instead. I'm not gonna lie. But you know, they love their survival horror stuff, so you know, maybe it's good. It'll probably be you know, decent. I don't know about the story and everything, but the mechanics, the visuals are top tier. But everything else, I don't know about that. I can absolutely not like the game for that, because Dead Space is very specifically a survival horror game. Like, the Dead Space remake looked great, you know, for what it was, but it's like, okay. But it's very clearly marketed and advertised as, okay, it's a survival horror game where it's trying to survive on the ship. That's perfectly fine. But the new Naughty Dog game is like, oh, we're gonna show you, we're not gonna tell you much, but oh, here's a bounty hunter, here's a spaceship, you know, here's a target that you're looking for, and you're like, oh, it's gonna be like that, maybe exploring a couple planets, hunting bounties. No, it's not going to be that. I'm like, okay, but like, no, like, okay. He's bought. I think Tati Gabriel's the actress. I really liked her in Huge. I don't know why they made her bald, but she's a really good actress.
Maintain focus.
For some reason, they made her bald and added about 10 or 15 pounds, but
A bit too presumptuous. Units, remind him of his place.
mechanically, it'll probably be a really good game. I don't know if the story is going to hook people. I think we're seeing so much backlash because Naughty Dog lost a lot of goodwill after The Last of Us Part 2. Like, usually people would just insta-glaze a Naughty Dog game. Now I feel like people are a lot more skeptical now, because they think that, okay, we're seeing some flaw. We saw the flaws. Like, okay, Amy Hennig is gone. They don't have that card to play anymore. A lot of people hated The Last of Us 2 story, even if they liked the game. And then this new trailer for this new game didn't exactly blow people away. So I was like,
This only reinforces my conclusion, Wilson. You are my missing link.
Just made a new Infamous game. Nah. Eventually, I want a new Infamous game, but Ghost of Tsushima was such an amazing experience. I want Sucker Punch to just keep expanding and making more. Just keep adding more to that series.
Who ordered another round of flaming aliens?
Now, the last time I saw Tati Gabriel in a project was the latest season of You. She looks completely different compared to how she looked in the Naughty Dog game. Like, I didn't even recognize her in the trailer until I looked it up online to see who the, because I saw Kamal Nanjiani in the trailer. I was like, oh, they have like real actors in this. So I looked up who the star was, and I was like, that's her? Like, I did not recognize her at all. At first. Kamal, I recognized right away. Her, I had to look it up.
Watch me work.
Let's see what's evolved from this.
It'd be cool if you beat the last Brainiac and they give you an Arkham Remastered teaser. Imagine. No, I don't think they're doing a remaster. I think they're just going to straight up do another freaking Batman game. Just an original Batman game, because Lord knows we don't have enough of those. What's up, King? Look the same. I don't think she looks the same. I looked at her in You. I looked at her in the trailer. I thought she looked very different. Now it's time for Brainiac.
Like Superman will be the tipping point of this conflict. Your support squad is prepping Flash and Lantern for limited combat deployment. I expect you to do anything necessary to secure this objective. Failure is not an option.
Ooh, okay, so they're deploying. We're about to go rescue Superman right now. They're deploying Green Lantern and Flash for combat. This game had so much potential with this concept. So does that mean this is going to be a Superman Brainiac fight again? Literally should have been a Justice League game, 100%. But if you wanted to do the Justice League fighting concept, they should have still had an option to play as the Justice League or fight alongside them. Like, I don't even understand why they didn't have us fight alongside Wonder Woman. Like, there's so many weird decisions with this game I don't understand. Like, even looking within the concept, like not radically expanding it, there's so many more interesting ways they could have told this story and expressed this gameplay. Like, it obviously should have been Batman who didn't get brainwashed and was helping the Suicide Squad. Like, that's such a no-brainer. And also have missions where you can play as him. I just don't get what Sefton Hill and Jamie Walker were thinking with a lot of these decisions that they made before abandoning the studio.
Toss along in the ashes of this world, Task Force X. You two will be scattered amongst it soon enough.
think the problem is they weren't thinking? True. That might the simple explanation might just be they weren't thinking. That is accurate.
Got a visual on our next objective.
All right, let's go fight Brainiac.
You're likely fatigued from fighting my invasion forces. Still, try to give this experiment your all.
All right, no fancy intro. Okay, we're getting right into it. Decoupler, charge shot, Brainiac.
I've been cooking up something very special for you, Brainiac.
I put some spin on it.
These destructive capabilities are most pleasing.
Is he in his flash mode?
I'm going to show you what happens to those who cross the Green Lantern form.
Catch that.
Yes, Earthling minds have wonderful plasticity.
Oh, we're actually fighting with the Justice League.
About skill functions. I can't fault your stamina. Only practically every other aspect of you.
Compromised.
That's actually cool. We're actually fighting with the members that we rescued. I love that concept.
Success is the fruit of failure.
Where is Brainiac?
No slowing me down. Speed and precision.
Retribution will be swift. And not just because I'm on
There you
mission
go.
title.
It's supposed to be him.
Your Green Lantern of Earth. Let's see how those power levels are faring.
No trick to it, just speed.
This is a weird one. Mostly just mobs. Supposed to be
Found the sweet spot.
yeah, that's Brainiac. He's Flash. He's being chased by the Flash.
This will be much simpler if you just stood still.
Small set. Got some torque to it.
I'm trying to counter him,
I understand the drive.
but he's actually too fast.
Seems lost. Believe me, I do.
Chase him, Barry.
Barely scratching the surface.
Where is he? Got him.
My troops have relished the chance to overrun you again. I'll leave you to get reacquainted.
So Green Lantern and Flash are joining in. Flash is chasing him. Green Lantern occasionally pops up. Imagine if you could actually control the Flash and Green Lantern.
Not gonna happen again.
And be fighting them. And be fighting with. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. So,
I'm
this,
going to put
So it seems like it's basically the Flash boss fight. This Brainiac seems to be in the Flash mode, except he's not doing the fancy tornado stuff yet. Until now. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's basically the Flash boss fight again. Except Green Lantern and Flash are joining you. But you're still basically trying to chase him around the map and land a counter shot. But Flash is also chasing him.
I need a surge protector on this thing.
Not much variation.
And they're mobs.
There is potential.
Now he's doing the speed tornado.
You ain't seen nothing. Bombs away!
Retribution
Got him.
will be swift. And not just because I'm on a mission, Tyler.
Yeah, he's really squishy when I can hit him.
Other Green Lanterns, you know, even from this planet. Don't need to rely on the one.
Got him.
I'm going to show you what happens to those who cross the Green Lantern Corps. Brainiac, I'm going to put everything I have into stopping you.
This is my kill zone.
You continue to be the proverbial thorn in my side, Task Force X. I will
And he's down. Now he's Green Lantern.
Fascinating. You've mutated to stay ahead.
The enemy
Like a virus.
is my friend. Also still.
Oh, I'm ready to run circles around these guys.
Did he consume Brandy? Did he consume John? So he consumed John. So now we're doing the Green Lantern Brainiac fight again.
What a screw up.
Why is the counter shot not working?
Brainiac Scoot's bothering you? Let me send a packet.
Don't think that I underestimated you. No, I made my estimation when we first met.
So the usual, we gotta destroy the constructs. So lower his shield.
So you're coming out the big guns, huh? Watch and learn.
I hope
Then when the shield is down, you gotta
would broaden your little horizon.
take him out. I don't know why counter shots aren't working on the constructs, but you can just shoot him and destroy him.
Rusty.
At least the Flash is doing his best in his delicate condition.
Just want to work on killer instinct.
It's flash time. Sit back. This will be over before you know it.
So where is the Flash? I don't even see him. I can hear him running around talking. I don't see him actually doing anything.
That's all.
It's no good hiding. My constructs will find you.
Didn't think I'd have a chance for payback this soon, but
Did you not feel it more prudent to allow your heroes proper recovery time? It appears our minds are made up. Of course, mine
What a weird
is
fight.
made up of so much more.
okay, I'm gonna set these guys back where they came from. There, man.
All right.
I guess I better tear it up. Oh, okay. Fight Brainiac.
The Flash? Really? No need to throw my red.
You need help with these guys? Really? Oh, they're all fluster.
We don't need your help, actually, Barry. You're not doing anything. I'm doing all the work, Barry. You're just yapping.
Okay, everyone. Let's get this guy. And
Everyone loves a low-speed chase. Your cerebella should have burned out. This is not impossible, but it is improbable.
Now we're moving to the Superman Brainiac.
I have copied my consciousness.
So we're just reliving all of the previous fights.
To a box.
Lightning's got me grounded.
I don't know how I got electric resistance.
Cover your ears, Task Force X.
Not my best work. The road to self-improvement pays a lot.
Got him with the counter.
I've been told y'all know what to do.
Does novelty constructs? Audience requests?
Was I wrong to see more in you? Some fault in my previous iterations, perhaps.
Blink and you'll miss it.
Incineration is a very effective means of problem solving.
Not how this is supposed to go.
Oop.
I'm glad he's out and about again. That too must have been boring.
No slowing
What
me
a
down.
fitting end for all of us. Wouldn't you agree? Are you sure your little minds are capable of multi? I have two things, so few Earthlings possess.
Another counter shot.
And an interdimensional transit vessel. Yep.
So we phased our butts into Brainy's lair and he was steamed, but guess who else showed up?
Brainiac, that's enough. Kryptonian, you're indubitably too discombobulated to fight. Don't you know, Brainiac? Anything's possible with a little help from your friends.
Thought he meant us for a second, but of course he meant bats. Ow!
Batman.
Says, the criminals, that's us, did well following his plan. Though how'd we figure out Brainy had cloned the League? We were like, there were clones? Anyway, we totally laid it out. If we took him back, Walla would make them into even bigger tools. More importantly, she'd totally 86 us. Soup said the League needs to atone for everything that happened. Starting with freeing all the folks Brainy tentacle mapped, then putting as many worlds right as they can. As for us, we had a plan too. Did I mention the Wonder Trio of Hack, Flawless, and Toy Boy shorted out our bombs? That's important for the next part. At the end of the day, this squad sticks together. Why not do it out there in the Elseworlds instead of a freaking prison block? Road trip! Don't you love a happy ending? Even Walla gets to say she saved the world. And she will, if she knows what's good for her. Suicide Squad out!
Okay, that's the story. Now you're waiting for this. Yeah, they did wrap it up with a webcomic, with a motion comic, like I thought they would. Congratulations on completing the story and sentencing Brainiac to a fate worse than death, being grilled by Waller. With the League, Task Force X, and the Skull Ship are all out of our clutches. They'll have a lot to talk about. While the squad enjoys some well-earned R&R. Though this is the last major update to Suicide Squad Cut of Justice League, you can continue to play our main story and all previous episodic content, either online with friends or in offline mode. For everyone at Rocksteady, thank you for your support. Episode 8 mastery levels are now available for all incursions, and you can replay the Mayhem mission to earn powerful, notorious, and corrupted items, as well as Libra rewards. Every new mastery level completed is in an incursion will be added to your balance rank, and additional mastery levels can be unlocked by completing the highest available in 3 of the 6 incursions. These are our mission rewards for beating the Brainiac fight.
Have they been holding out on me?
We got another Taliagu Frozen Tear, Silencer, Complete Silence. Regular fire does 200% more damage to enemies with at least 1 stack of Scale of Libra. That's pretty sick. Corrupted Chronos Time Dilation. Performing a shield harvest puts all enemies within 5 meters in slow motion. And harvest kills fully overcharge the shield. Another well-placed tossed. Another Libra. Alright, so that's the story. Okay. Alright, let me look around. Hold up. Let me look around. See if the Justice League are here.
I trust you know what to do with this.
They should obviously be outside their cages, because they were deployed.
Looks like you cleared
But
it out.
yeah, obviously not the end we were hoping for in terms of, like, you know, quality, you know, cutscenes and everything like that. But I'm glad they at least wrapped up the story. Also surprised they didn't bring Wonder Woman back.
Anyone else think it's kind of disrespectful that supervillain?
They didn't even change this part. Flash and Green Lantern are still here. They didn't even update the headquarters.
Now what piece of meta nonsense is gonna mess up my day?
Everything looks the same now. They didn't even update it. You only know anything's different because of the motion comic. Everything else is exactly the same. All right, so basically, because I saw some people say they didn't understand what happened. I'm like, I mean, that seemed pretty straightforward to me.
In the hall, right? No reason.
Obviously, they were clones the whole time. The real League were alive. It was weird that they threw in this bit about how this was all part of Batman's plan. Absolutely was not part of Batman's plan. The Suicide Squad didn't know that they were fighting clones. Apparently, even though they hinted at they might have known something was going on in the story. But there's that they were just assuming they were killing the normal Justice League. But yeah, they were clones. We rescued we beat the Brainiacs. We defeated the clones. We rescued the real Justice League. They came in at the end, beat up the last Brainiac, and are now trying to fix everything that was damaged, fix the damage on Earth, fix the damage on other worlds. Wonder Woman's still dead, and meanwhile, the Suicide Squad are going to continue to team up, fighting Brainiac and everything like that, fighting off-world threats. But now they have the freedom because Gizmo and Hack messed around with their implants so that now Waller doesn't control them anymore. So now the Suicide Squad are free to do what they want without worrying about getting their brains blown up. But they're still doing Elseworld missions just on their own terms, as they showed at the end when they mailed another somehow dead Brainiac to Amanda Waller or whatever. So that's it. The Arkhamverse is mostly restored, minus Wonder Woman, who's still dead. The Suicide Squad are free of their implants to do what they want. Just the rest of Justice League are alive and trying to fix everything. And that's it. Don't let Jamie accept and cook again. In all fact, to be fair, as disappointing as this may have been for people, it's better than the original game that Jamie and Septon were planning. This sounds way better than the multiplayer puzzle game Stones that they were planning before pivoting to Suicide Squad. By like a lot. I would much rather play Suicide Squad than whatever fuck the fucking Stones was supposed to be. Because that game sounded horrible. Rip Tim Drake, Robin, clone Batman only known victim. Or maybe it was Nightwing, one of them has been killed in the Batcave for nothing. Yeah, it was weird that they tried to throw in a bit about this is all according to Batman's plan. No, it was absolutely not. Batman did not plan for the Justice League to get abducted by Brainiac, cloned, and have to watch the world be destroyed. Like, that's not part of his plan. That was silly. Currently playing on the PS5 and always have problems playing online because you always get an error with the networks. You can't stay in a call. You always get kicked out of the online game group. I mean, it sounds like you have it just sounds like you have an internet problem. I don't know what provider you use. I don't know, maybe you need to get a wired connection because the internet's just bad in your area or the provider you're using is bad. But maybe you just need to have your router and plug the Ethernet directly into your setup so that you could get better signal. Yeah, there was absolutely no way that was a Batman plan. Like, no way. Like, a Batman plan would have been, he had a contingent. This is why another reason why I thought that Batman should have been the Justice League member or one of them helping the Suicide Squad. Batman's whole thing is about planning and having contingency plans. So the contingency plan that would actually make sense is if Batman had countermeasures against mind control, which seems like the most basic thing Batman would have countermeasures against. He's literally done that in the comics. Counteract mind control. And cloning and stuff like that. So Batman, being as skeptical as he is, should have never been captured by Brainiac to begin with. He should have known it was a trap and had contingency plans in place in case the League fell for it. Which Superman apparently did, because he's an idiot in this universe. But there's absolutely no way Brainiac should have ever captured Batman at all. Like, that's crazy. We're going to play Fortnite and be Godzilla. Nice. You can move on from Batman, all these characters in DC Comics, and they choose to do only one character. Yeah, for sure. They definitely need to expand. It's honestly silly how much they rely on Batman when it comes to video games. Like, literally just move on. There's so many other characters. This is meanwhile playing our players. From what I could tell, everything's the same. Like, they didn't even change the headquarters. Like, the League is free. They're out and about doing their thing. But if you go to the back of the headquarters, Green Lantern and the Flash are still in the pods. So even that isn't really different. It looks like you're just going to play the same game at the end. Just, the mastery levels are unlocked, so you can farm those. But yeah, other than that, yeah, that's it. No more Suicide Squad content. That's how they're wrapping it up. At least it ends with most of the Justice League still alive. But yeah, this it's definitely so much potential this game had. But I ultimately had fun. With it, but yeah, this is definitely a disappointment. Am I going to play Kingdom Come Deliverance too? I think I'll try it. I think it's gonna be really good. I am an RPG enjoyer, and I think I'm gonna. Crimson Desert is definitely my most anticipated game of the year. Probably beyond GTA 6 and Ghost of Yotei. Because I just love open world RPGs. Like actual RPGs, but I'm hearing great things about Kingdom Come Deliverance too, so I think that might be a banger as well. I see a new vampire open world game. Is it the Masquerade thing? I don't know. I haven't seen. I feel like there's so many vampire games, and none of them have looked interesting. Is it the first person one? Yeah, Crimson Desert is either going to be the best game of the year or one of the worst, and there's going to be no in between. This one looks good. I might check it out. What's it called? Dawnwalker. You made the rounds of Marvel Rivals. Congratulations. Let me look. I might have to. I'll tap into it because yeah, I do like vampires a lot, and I would love a good third-person vampire game. That sounds potentially lit. I'll definitely check that out. Made by the Witcher 3 devs. Oh, the devs that left CD Projekt Red and started their own studio. That's pretty lit. Beat the game yet? Yep, King Greek. I saved the Suicide Squad. I saved the Justice League. I got the final cutscene. It's a motion comic that wraps up the whole story. Yeah. Underwhelming, but it is what it is. Everyone is back except for Wonder Woman. She's still dead. But everyone else is back because they were clones. And we beat the last Brainiac, so the Justice League are back and they're going to go fix all the stuff that got broke. And the Suicide Squad got their implants destroyed. So they escaped Amanda Waller and are technically free to do what they want. They're currently exploring Elseworlds. Now go save New York with Dracula. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm gonna drop my new video covering Insomniac Spider-Man this time around. And definitely gotta play some Marvel Rivals as I do every day. Recently hit Plat 3. Trying to at least hit Celestial this season. But it is a struggle. It is a struggle trying to solo queue because holy. The amount of terrible players that you come across, crazy. Hats off to anyone that's trying to solo queue in Rivals because it it is bad. All right, let me schedule this video real quick. I'm just go right into it. Uh, 1 p.m. Yeah, we'll drop it at 1. 3 minutes. Drop the video in 3 minutes. Solo queue is truly horrible. Should watch the trailer. It's not. Maybe I'll do it. That's something I would do on my second channel, but I'll probably just watch the vampire trailer on my own time and see if it's interesting. What are my games taking Lifetime? Well, that's because they didn't start working on it. Like I covered that in the video that I did previously. But yeah, crazy. When they made that trailer at the Game Awards, they didn't even they had literally had nothing. They didn't start working on the game at all. They were working on a completely different game. It was like a sci-fi game or something, and it got canceled. So Monolith needed to pivot to a new game, so they just decided they'll do Wonder Woman instead. But they had nothing, so except the idea that they're going to do Wonder Woman. So they just put together a quick CGI trailer to recruit people to work on the project. But they literally had nothing. Like, they didn't even start working on the game at all until the trailer came out in 2021. They literally did no work on that game until 2022. That's why it seems like it's taking so long. No work at all had been done on that game until 2022. Did I play Sparking Zero? Yep, I covered it on the channel. Wonder Woman is a third-person open-world action game built in the Nemesis system. Can you explain the story to you? The Justice League were clones. They were rescued. They're all alive now, except Wonder Woman. She's still dead. Suicide Squad escaped, got their bombs destroyed, and are living happily ever after, exploring Elseworlds, killing bad guys. The end. So, check out my new video just dropping right now. I appreciate everyone, as always, for showing up to the final Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League stream. I'm Sadot The Gamer, signing out.